all morning long, we have talked about the difficulties that we have had, each and all of us, anyone who specifically probably lives in this province, about what has happened over the last 14 months, and certainly over the last 72 hours, and going back to decisions made on Friday, where our world has become even tougher. And I think that the mental fatigue, I think almost to a degree, spiritually, we've been crushed as a people. And you just wonder, how do you deal with it? What is it? Very often it's like, well, we can take our issues out on the golf course. Not today. You're not going to a restaurant. You're not going to a gym. You're not seeing your family. Like almost any alternative that you can think of to feel better about yourself almost has been taken away. So now what do you do? Is there some way of dealing with this stress and quite honestly, a fatigue to it? So we need to go to the professionals, the people we know. And that, of course, Tim Allen, Doug Carey from Bell Lifestyle Products. Our friends join us this morning. First of all, let's say good morning to Tim. Timmer, how you doing, buddy?
Excellent, Mike. Great to see you.
And Doug, I see the plants. They're growing so beautifully. For those that see it, they're just beautiful.
They're doing well.
Yeah, they're doing well. So
Mike, I really want to interrupt you here because I'm so happy to see you on the air, of course. And I couldn't help but think just with this lockdown, I mean, you've been through some health challenges yourself. Talk about timing. I mean, we're seeing the hospitals overloaded right now, elective surgeries being pushed out. It's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable right now.
If I didn't get that done at that time, it would have delayed it by months, at the very least months, which again adds to the stress of some of the things that we're talking about today. And It is, you often wonder what it is. So when we talk about mental stress, you do have a product, and I'm just curious. So what does it do? What are we talking about here?
So we have a product, Mental Stress and Fatigue Energy Boost. We've been, working with this product for some time. We just ended up giving it a new name. And in doing so, we wanted to call out what some of the properties were. So we called it what it does, which is it handles mental stress and fatigue and gives you energy. So it's Mental Stress and Fatigue Energy Boost. And, as you were mentioning before the break, it's getting pretty hard to be sitting at home and not being able to go out, and you get a lot of cabin fever. I'm just coming off March break with my boys, and it's crazy being cooped up like this. And it really wears on you, and it wears on most people. And the stats sort of say it all. There's a lot of people that have been at home trying to deal with, some of the restrictions, being indoors, not being able to socialize. And at least a quarter of us, if not half of us, are finding stress from it. And in doing so, one of the symptoms that you start to develop with depression is fatigue. So there's a fatigue syndrome, and you start having lack of energy. You just don't want to do anything. You're sitting on the couch watching Netflix for, the better part of the day, and you're not doing the things you should be doing. And so this product, Product 65, Mental Stress and Fatigue Energy Boost, is really designed to deal with some of the stresses and give you some energy so you can get up and do stuff. And that's really what it was designed for. So the re-release of this product is ideal right now, just because here we go on another round of being indoors and trying to deal with this stress. So it's good timing for this product.
Yeah, it really is, Tim. As far as reintroducing it, how does that come about? Because obviously, Doug talked about the timing of it is perfect, especially in a situation where discovering across Canada, mostly here in Ontario, which is really the sad part of it, but another story. How does a product get reintroduced, and is there any upgrades to the product, or maybe take us behind the scenes of what you guys kind of do best in this sort of situation?
Well, in this particular situation, this product was formerly named Middle-Aged Energy Booster.
Yeah, I think the name change is good. I got to be honest. I'm for the name change.
Yeah, it's a pro, the new one, yes.
Yeah. So, you know, it's almost like naming the children. Some get better names than others, perhaps. More on trend. Anyway, this particular product did okay for us, but we felt that it was missing the mark, and it wasn't really speaking to how it was addressing health issues. So as we were reviewed, we've done a huge product review, and this particular product showed so much promise. There was some strong following in certain pockets. The response was incredibly positive. So Doug and I took it back to the team, to our tech team that reviews all of the ingredients and its application. And we recognized prior to this that two other products were doing extremely well for us. Our Sound Sleep product, which both of you guys are big fans of, we know. Oh, yes. And the other one was our chronic stress product, which has done incredibly well. And we know that stress levels are very high right now. What I pressed back on the team with was, because this thing had been positioned for energy, where does this really sit? But what was presented to me was that it's really a boost for mental activity, for mental stress and fatigue. That's how we came up with it. So we said, let's get this back on the market. Let's start to work the distribution again, get this thing out there. The timing couldn't be better. I was kind of concerned because when we started to do the review on these products mid last year, these changes take quite some time as you kind of re-engineer the positioning of the product. So wanted to have it ready to go for January, because we knew that we were going to be into the second wave and the stress levels would be through the roof by January. And they certainly were. I mean, I think everybody through the winter season has just been spinning. But boy, based on that announcement, at least in Ontario last week, and I think BC similarly right now, well, in fact, most of the provinces outside of Atlantic Canada, yes. The stress is through the roof. The fatigue is through the roof. This product's spot on right now. The ingredients in this product really speak to how it performs, and for consumers that are looking for just for this next step to get them through.
Well, so talk about that. So what exactly, in breaking down the product itself, the ingredients in it, and why it's effective, like what it actually does?
So it's got a number of really good things in it. I think the Panax, ginseng, astragalus, green tea, milk thistle, all of these herbs have been used literally for thousands of years. So again, these are products that are not brand new. They're not synthetic in their design. They've been used in medicine for 2,000 to 4,000 years, most of them coming from China. So these are well-studied, well-known herbs. Things like the Panax ginseng is really there to help enhance physical performance. It's what we call an adaptogen. So it helps the body adapt to your situation. And in this case, it'll help with the energy and give you that boost. Astragalus is also an adaptogen. It helps with blood cell production, as well as support the body during stressful times, and helps balance hormones. So again, it's not just the single ingredient that works, it's the multiple ingredients. Where you have something like milk thistle, which is really good for your liver and gets it working optimally. And then we have B6 in there, and we have two special compounds, spermidine and spermine. So these were originally discovered in sperm, but their sources are widespread in nature. In this case, they come from plant sources. They can come from things like soybean, corn, and a number of other plants. And what they do is they help, just balance the hormones, and that's going to help with some of your mood. But it also has the added benefit of improving sexual function as well. So we use this.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, now okay. You kind of saved that one to the end. Kind of.
You're bored at home and you're wondering what to do.
Wow. Does this come in 6-packs? How do we get this stuff?
These ingredients are also included in our two sexual enhancement products, our Roxel and Erosin products, and make those products really unique in the market. This product is not widely distributed. So I think that we're one of the few companies that are actually marketing these.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Doug.
They help with other stuff too, like weight management and lowering your cortisol levels. So your stress levels are going to go down. So it's not just that they're good for the one thing, they're good for a number of things. And again, combined, all of these herbs really work together to not only bring down your stress levels, but give you that energy so you're not laying on the couch all day.
Yeah. So if you're looking it up on the Bell Lifestyles website, which is such a great website, by the number, it's number 65, and something to check out and read up on a little bit more if you're listening today or anytime this afternoon.
No, this is also something, like when we have Joan on, for instance, or Jennifer, David. I mean, when we talk about some of these products, it's not pharmaceutical. So you're not popping one of these pills and all of a sudden you feel good. This is something, because it's using what we have naturally in our body. I think people need to understand, to get it into your system and to continue to use it. If it's going to be effective, this isn't just a one pill fix all kind of thing. Aren't we talking about, a certain regularity in using a product like this?
For sure. If you take it on a regular basis, you should see an improvement on your stress and your general well-being over time. But, a lot of our products also can give you some immediate help as well. So I've just started using this product since we re-released it. And I also use a couple other stress products, especially at night before I go to bed. I use number 66, the Calming Chronic Stress. And what that does is it just brings me down a bit, especially if I've been doing something like watching a hockey game or playing with my boys on Xbox. It just lowers that stress level a little bit. And then I'll get something to help me sleep, like 23 sound sleep, so I can fall asleep faster. So some of them have immediate effects. Others, will build up over time with what we're talking about today, the mental stress and fatigue energy boost. That's something that I think you'll notice as you take it. You'll just notice that things are feeling a little better, a little less stress, and you got a little more energy, and then you can get stuff done around the house.
Well, I think too, you have to look at how people deal with stress. For some people, it drives them. Some people, it paralyzes them. And it definitely has a huge impact on your energy levels, your motivation levels. And I think that this product can really be beneficial for those people that really feel paralyzed when they're feeling stress so high.
Yeah, that's a good point too, because with this level of stress that we're going through right now as a society, as I said, if you take away a lot of those outlets, some of them being physical, people really do sort of circle the wagons and internally just kind of shut down. And you can't have that. That's when people get into some real trouble. So that is some good news and great stuff too, as we said beforehand with all the products. The reason that it is so prevalent on the show is simply because it's of the highest level quality. These things to be tested, to get on, it takes some of these things. Well, I'm not wrong on this. Would some things not take years to actually be approved, to go from the early stages to actually seeing a Bell label? Wouldn't it take at least in some of those circumstances?
We're experiencing that now. Yes, it can.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking right now. You're talking, I would say, on average, more than a year from the initial idea and opportunity in the marketplace to bring that product to life. By the time you go through actual product development, which is back and forth to formulate, make sure the ingredients can work together, make sure that you can manufacture the products properly, because they're going to come in different formats, whether that's a 2-piece capsule, single capsule with the liquid gel inside. whether that's a tablet, whether it's a liquid dose. I mean, there's different dosing. There's so much to go through. And there's a lot of back and forth. There could be months of back and forth just to get the formula nailed down and to ensure that you've got all of the active ingredients, medicinal ingredients identified. Then you go through a submission process to Health Canada to get an NPN that allows you legally to market the product. And that process, probably 6 to 12 months, depending on the complexity of the product.
Yeah, it is no easy task. So we thank you for this morning. I know we got to run, but it's always great to see your faces. And as we said, we're so proud of the partnership simply because it does a lot of good. I know because when I went for some sound sleep the other day, there wasn't any. I'm going, well, excuse me? I'm looking around the house. I'm like, oh yeah, well, I use it. And oh yeah, I use it. Yeah. Who had the big surgery here? Yeah. Who's the one with the big fight going on? No, it didn't matter. So I'm out. It's just a little anger. I need the mental stress and the fatigue energy boost, apparently. Guys, we got to run. Thanks so much. Always appreciate the time. And we'll talk to you again real soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.